Hello and welcome back to Sorare. Today I'm going to be going through the top sites and resources to help you on your Sorare journey. I'm going to go through the resources on football, then NBA and also MLB. If you like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, sign up using the link below where you'll get a free limited card. You can also get to draft your free teams as well to play in the free-to-play tournaments, including your Premier League team. So what are you waiting for? Get signed up using the link below. It is one of the best links out there. Right guys, let's get stuck into today's content. As I say, I'm going to go going through the best resources and sites that I personally use on my Sorare journey to help me win those coveted prizes and boost the enjoyment on the platform. So one of the sites that I really like to use is SofaScore. Now this is fantastic for looking at player statistics during individual games, looking at all the important numbers that you need to take into consideration on Sorare. It's also a fantastic site for looking at the overall statistics over the course of a season for players as well. Looking at their overall performance as well in a graphical format in terms of the goals, assists and overall the overall performance as well. And these scores are quite well correlated to the Sorare scoring matrix. So it's a really good, easy scouting tool to use for your Sorare journey. It's also a fantastic platform to be able to follow your favourite players or teams as well to get those notifications on your mobile devices. So SofaScore is definitely one of the best sites to use for scouting and that sort of thing, and to get the notifications as well of all the impressions that your players are performing during a game. Another site that you'd like to use is Transfer Market. This is going to give you all the latest transfer rumours and completed transfers. Not only that, it's also going to give you important information about a player's contract as well, which is another thing to consider when you're scouting players on Sorare, to make sure that they have got a long contract with a certain club that you're looking to scout that player out for. So Transfer Market is another fantastic resource. Another site that I like to use is Oddspedia. This is to search out any odds that you don't have available to you for different games to know what the odds are of that team winning. They have most of the games on here as well that may not be available on other platforms that you use. You can also search for the team that you're looking for as well by typing them in, and this is going to bring up the fixtures for the potential team that you're searching for. You can then click on that fixture and this is going to give you the odds of the match. If you want the odds in percentage format, like on the Sorare Data Lineup Builder, as you can see here, you can just go on to aceodds.com and the bets calculator converter. This is going to give you a list of all the odds in decimal and fractions and then give you the implied probability of those odds. So for instance, in this game 2.20, that is going to be odds of around 45% chance of winning. You can obviously then compare it to the other statistics that you've got on here in terms of the odds to know how favourable that team is of winning compared to the odds that we have available on Sorare Data. So these two sites are definitely worth shortlisting just in case Sorare Data don't have that information available, or if there's any other sites that you use don't have the odds available. Oddspedia usually have pretty much most of the odds for any given game. Now in terms of predicted lineups, these are some of the sites that I do compare with all the other sites that are available for predicted lineups. One of them is RotoWire. This has predictions for the English Premier League, the League One, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, MLS, the UEFA Champions League and also the Mexican League as well. So you're going to get the predicted lineups for the Mexican League. Now these lineups are usually quite accurate. They're probably not the best out there, but they are still a good source to refer to when you are looking at those lineups. Another thing that I like as well is if there's a player questionable or anything like that, you can click on that player and that's going to give you a quick analysis of what the injury is and where that news has come from as well, which is also very useful when doing your research. So this is definitely a decent site to look at and compare to other sites in terms of the predicted lineups. Another one that's also good for this is whoscored.com. Now again, the predictability of these lineups is not always that on point, but it is another good resource to compare the predicted lineups. They have a number of leagues, as you can see here, where you're going to get the predicted lineups. You can also get a little write-up at the bottom as well of why potentially people could be out, or maybe some people could be rested and things like that. So it's another very important lineup prediction tool to have in your arsenal. Next up, another one is sportsmole.co.uk. This is another good predictions lineup, and it covers most of the leagues as well. The other good thing is as well is if you click into a fixture, it does a full analysis of that fixture and also gives you team news and predicted lineups at the bottom of the page as well. So as you can see, most of this information on sportsmole.co.uk is very well researched, and they do look thoroughly into the fixture. So that is another good resource to check the predicted lineups. Now this one is the Fantasy Football Scout website. Now this one is probably the prime one that you want to be going to for your Premier League predictions. As we know, these guys have been going for a number of years now, and they're pretty much spot on with their predicted lineups in terms of the English Premier League. So this is probably the best resource for your predicted lineups for the English Premier League. Now another good lineup builder, of course, another good predicted lineup builder is Sorare Data's Community Projections, which as you can see here, show up on the lineup builder page on Sorare Data. I think they are always improving this, so it's not always 100% at the moment accurate, but it does give you a good indication of whether that player is going to be starting or not. And these predictions are done by the community, and they do have a certain algorithm in there that's starting to predict or show the best predicted users' prediction of that player starting to get a more accurate picture as to whether that player is going to be starting or not. So this is definitely another one to consider when you are looking at your predicted lineups. And of course, I can't go without highlighting the Play Sharper lineups as well, which are another absolutely fantastic resource. The good thing about this one is that they have predictions for the obscure leagues as well, like South Korea, Japan, Austria, leagues like that. And you can also click on the league fixture as well that you're looking to research. This is going to give you a predicted lineup for that team and give you a percentage of how confident they are as well of that player lining up in the team. They do also have a section at the bottom as well where you can comment or ask a question to the expert in the chosen league. And it shows you other information on here as well, like the odds as well on here. Shows you the odds for that particular fixture. So this is another fantastic resource for predicted lineups. Another thing as well is they also have expected scores for upcoming game weeks as well. So it gives you a predicted score, what players are going to score in the upcoming fixture, which is another really valuable resource. You can also filter this as well by a number of filters, as you can see here on the page. So it's another really good asset for scouting some players for the upcoming fixture. You can of course click on the player as well. This is going to bring you to the player profile page, and you'll be able to see the current price of each scarcity of card as well, playing position and their average scores over the last 5 and 15. So Play Sharper is definitely a fantastic resource, guys, to check out on Sorare. So that was the football then. So in terms of MLB, which of course has now kicked off, there's a few sites for predicted lineups. One of them is rotogranders.com. So this is a really good lineup prediction site. It tells you what the potential pitcher is going to be, and also the starting 9 as well for each team on Sorare MLB. Another good prediction site is Fantasy Data. This is one that I probably use most of the time actually. You can go to upcoming fixtures today, and you can also select different fixtures by date as well on this calendar here. This gives you the probable pitcher at the top here, and also the order of the batters as well, which is very important. So obviously we need to be getting the guys ideally who are at the top of the batting order when you are selecting your teams. Another one for good probable pitchers is fantasypros.com. This is going to give you a list of all the probable pitchers coming up for all the game weeks. As you can see, this is really good for planning those pitcher strategies and having a player that rotates generally with another player from different teams. Another good one is cbssports.com, and this is going to give you injuries of players in your gallery listed by teams in order, and also gives you an expected return date as well and whether they're going to be fit for the upcoming fixture. So this is a really good resource to check as well, guys, when you are selecting your teams. So now then on to NBA then. So in terms of the NBA resources that I use, one of them is rotowire.com. So this is going to give you the predicted lineups in the upcoming fixture, and also gives you information of players that are potentially injured or doubtful for the game. Also, like on the football as well, you can click on the player to get more information about this potential injury. This is going to give you some more information and a little write-up about why that injury, about how long that injury may be and what has caused the injury as well. So it's a very valuable resource, this. Another one again is just like on MLB is Rotogranders for predicted lineups in terms of your MLB players. It's also going to give you the people who are likely to be on the bench as well, which is also another important factor when picking your teams. And in terms of injuries, ESPN.co.uk seems to be a good one for basketball. Again, this will give you a list of all the teams and the players that are injured for that team, and a little comment as well to say what the latest news is on that player's injury. So this is another important thing to check, guys, when you are selecting your teams. And of course, Sorare Data also has injury information of players as well, as you can see here, depicted by the little orange icon, or sometimes it's a red icon like you can see here for a player who's going to be out for a lengthy period. So this is another good resource for looking at injury details at a glance, but it's probably best to go on to some of these other sites to look at the injuries into more detail and doing a bit more research. And while we're on the subject of Sorare Data, of course this site is an absolutely #1 resource for Sorare and applicable to all sports including basketball, MLB and baseball. If you've not checked out Sorare Data yet, it's a fantastic platform, guys, to be part of. Unfortunately, I'm not an affiliate yet. I've not been given that honour, unfortunately, but I still am going to highlight this fantastic resource on my channel. So there's a number of options here. We've got the play feature here with enter cups and leagues, but I don't think they're continuing them at the moment, but you can still create some private leagues, I believe. They've got the SO5 Game Centre, where you can look at all the players' stats, predictions, that sort of thing. You can look at the Game Week Centre, the SA5 slot. This is going to give you a number of different options and data to look further into, like rankings of players in a given game week, who the top scorers are. Some lineup projections as well, so it gives you projections of all the different leagues. You can also look at matchups as well, which is another good resource for picking out some potential players for the upcoming fixtures, and a number of other useful tools. You also got this available in the baseball and basketball as well. Under here as well, we've also got, of course, the fantastic lineup builder on Sorare Data, which I use all the time to build my teams. You can filter this by different divisions as well, so you can select all the available divisions on Sorare, and this is going to enable you to get more informed decisions on picking your team, including what fixture that player's got in the upcoming game week and the odds of that player winning. They've also got a pick score as well, which takes into account the scoring history, matchup, odds, form and things like that. It's a really easy tool to use, guys. You just need to pick a player in the relevant slots from the information provided, and then once you've got a full team, you select a captain, and then you just click save, and then you can go to my saved lineups here, and that's going to give you all your saved lineups, which then you can enter onto the Sorare website. They've also got a number of other features as well, like different information on these advanced tab, form tab as well, and you can also filter this by different preferences as well, like competition adjusted, home away adjusted. So this is going to adjust the L15 scores based on whether that player is playing away or at home. It's also going to give you an option to add power adjusted as well, which is going to take into account your unique players XP as well, and give the L15 score based on the player's XP. So as I say, guys, it's a fantastic tool for selecting your lineups. We've also got the NBA projections and the lineup projections as well, which is also a very useful tool. You can also look at the rewards on this section as well, which is going to give you more information on the rewards available in the different competitions. You've also got the market tab as well, of course, where you've got the trade builder to help you make a more informed decision on whether a trade is good for you. There's the live market tab as well. So this is like an alternative view to the Sorare live market tab, where you can look at the live market auctions, and then if you did decide to bid on a player, you can just click on that player and then that will take you to the Sorare website. But this is also going to give you extra information as well. The L5 score, the L15 score, the upcoming fixture as well, and the score of that matchup as well, and also the pick score as well for that particular player. This is a very valuable tool, guys, when looking to buy some players on the market. We've also got other things on here like completed auctions, completed offers, charts, most expensive auctions, things like that. Then we've got the Scout tab. This is one tab that I probably use quite a lot. We've got player rankings, team rankings, card finder, player finder, concepts builder as well, which is another fantastic feature on this site. Player rankings is one that I use quite a lot though. This is obviously going to bring you to all the players available on Sorare. You can scout some players out on here. You've got availability of the current price and rare price and super rare price, etc. You can also filter this by their L15 scores or their L5 scores, or even their decisive scores in the last 15 and the AA scores as well in the last 15. So this is a really good tool, guys. Another thing you can do is filter it by defenders, midfielders, goalkeepers or forwards. You can also filter it to a specific league as well, as if you wanted to, guys. Or if you was looking for a particular player in the upcoming game week, so say you need a midfielder, you can have a look at a midfielder and scout only for those players that are playing in the upcoming game week who's in that midfield position for a chosen competition. So say for Challenging Europe, this is going to give you a list of all the Champion Europe players who have got a fixture this week. And again, you can order it by the different filters as well to scout out that player. So that's a fantastic tool there, guys, on the player rankings tool. You've also, of course, got your own little tab here. Tells you what membership you're currently on. I'm currently on this star tab, guys. So there is different membership tiers on Sorare Data. But a lot of these features are for free as well, guys, to bear in mind. You've also got my gallery on here, my watch list, my price lists, my trades. Loads of other fantastic resources on here, guys, as well. And also my Sorare results, which I'm sure you guys are very familiar with on the mobile app of Sorare Data. This is going to give you all your lineups and the potential projected rewards and what you're looking for in terms of points to get to that next reward threshold. So overall, guys, Sorare Data is a fantastic resource, so do check them out. There is a link in the description below. So guys, that was a very quick overview of all the sites that I use on Sorare to help me build my lineups and make more informed decisions when I'm scouting the market, purchasing players, or compiling my lineups for the upcoming game week. If you like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, sign up using the link below. You will get a free limited card, and you'll also get to draft your teams as well for free, including drafting your Premier League team. Then you can enter the free-to-play tournaments to try and win some more of these limited cards. Okay guys, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you again on the next one.